Hello, my name is M. Miranda, and I'll be doing my presentation on the jellyfish. Why I chose this area of science: I'm a biology major at Sussex County Community College. Once I finish, I'd like to transfer to Montclair to join their marine biology program and eventually get my master's. I also really like jellyfish as a species. I think all of the different colors, shapes, sizes, features are really interesting, and it's something I'd like to study when I do get to Montclair. And one of my favorite animals is the immortal jellyfish, which I'll talk about later in this presentation. So a general jellyfish overview is that they're part of the domain Eukarya and kingdom Animalia, which humans are also a part of. Where we differ is our phylums. Their phylum is the Cnidaria phylum. Their classes include Cubozoa, Scyphozoa, Staurozoa, and Hydrozoa, which all these are just really fancy names for the box jellyfish, the true jellyfish, the stock jellyfish, and the freshwater jellyfish. Up here is a box jellyfish, here's a true jellyfish, here's our funky little Staurozoa jellyfish, and as we find out later in this presentation, there are way too many Hydrozoas to pick one from. So a jellyfish life cycle is very basic, and it's almost the same for every jellyfish with the exception of the immortal jellyfish, where we start as eggs and sperm. We then move to free-swimming larva. That larva settles on a hard surface, usually the sea floor or sea rocks, anything really stable, sometimes even jellyfish and seaweed. And that larva then matures into a polyp. The polyp elongates and buds off to form a lot of young jellyfish. Usually one polyp can mature off and have several different jellyfish. And that young little polyp and jellyfish, will form into a fully sized jellyfish and start to cycle over. Like I said before, this is usually how most jellyfish do it. How many jellyfish are there? There are 50 in the Cubozoas, there are 200 known species in the Scyphozoas, there are 50 known species in the Staurozoas, and there are 3,700 species in the Hydrozoas. That is 4,000 altogether. There are some imposters out in the wild, which we won't see as often, but they're the sea walnut and the comb jellies. The sea walnuts and comb jellies are a part of the phylum Centophora, and that kind of makes them like cousins. If you would like to think of it in our terms, they're like how apes are related to humans. They're almost there, but not really. But they're still incredibly beautiful in their own right. The comb jelly is this lovely pink one, and this is a sea walnut. They usually live closer to the bottom of the ocean, and they usually have these bright, beautiful lights attached to them, which is something I'd like to study. So the Cubozoa is the box jellyfish. The box jellyfish are known all over the world for their toxic sting, with some species having toxic enough venom to kill humans, with the most venomous of them all being the Australian box jellyfish, and they're known to kill up to 100 people a year. They are found in warm coastal regions all over the world, with the most toxic being found in the Indo-Pacific region and northern Australia waters. Besides all that scary stuff, they're known for their unique box shape and a diet consisting of small fish and shrimp using their nematocysts. Now, nematocysts are like very sharp needles on their tentacles that they use to sting and intoxicate their prey. They can reach up to 1 foot in body size, with tentacles reaching up to 10 feet long, or they can stay really small and just be up to 1 centimeter long altogether, including the tentacles. The Scyphozoas, or the true jellyfish, they are named for their cup-like shape, and true jellyfish are exclusively marine jellyfish. Being a marine jellyfish, their bodies are made up to 98% water. They lack a general head and skeleton and specialized organs for breathing and waste removal. They mainly just have a mouth and a stomach. They can reach sizes as small as 2 centimeters and as large as 2 meters. Their diet consists of small crustaceans and fish that they kill using their nematocysts. And some species are filter feeders, meaning that they'll swim towards the bottom and filter out the plankton and eat that too. They live near coastal waters all over the world and even the Arctic. One species, the golden jellyfish, has their own lake in Palau named the Jellyfish Lake for their annual jellyfish bloom, where thousands of this jellyfish fill the lake, and tourists usually come by and actually go swim in this lake since the golden jellyfish doesn't actually sting. There's many pictures online if you look up golden jellyfish or jellyfish lake. Staurozoa, or the stock jellyfish. The stock jellyfish is the most unique looking species, often being compared to coral, and with only 50 known species, there's not a lot known about these guys. What we do know is that their lifespan is incredibly short. It's only about a year long, and the unique life cycle of having a short Medusa stage. So in the beginning, as that life cycle, as that mature jellyfish is called the Medusa, all of that for the stock jellyfish is only about a month left of their lifespan. They mainly stay attached to the seafloor until they live their last stages of life, when they migrate together to breed in the same areas and stay together. They also stay pretty small, only getting up to 2 to 4 centimeters long, and their diet consists of small crustacean and plankton. They also live in mainly colder waters in the northern US and Asia. The hydrozoans, or the freshwater jellyfish. This class has the most species of freshwater jellyfish, consisting of all different types of jellyfish, including free swimming, which are our normal ones, our polyp type ones, which is kind of like a stock jellyfish, and many, many more. They can range from anywhere to 0.5 millimeters to 30 meters. They have mostly a carnivorous diet, feeding on jellyfish, mollusks, crustaceans, fish, and plankton. They also live in tropical waters all over the world. Having this many jellyfish species, we get some unique characters like the Portuguese man-o-war, the immortal jellyfish, sea wasps, sea pens, and many others. Now, if you do look up or try to study hydrozoans, there will be a lot of other pictures of different animals. I'm just mainly focusing on our jellyfish half. They also have a lot of colors to marvel and learn from, like if you ever see a picture of Portuguese man-o-war, which are extremely blue and purple. And our weird and wacky one, and my favorite, is the immortal jellyfish. The immortal jellyfish is one of the most unique to exist, with the ability to restart their life cycle from a polyp stage if needed to. If they sense that they are threatened, they can actually branch off one part of their body, and that can become a polyp, and they can restart their life cycles all over again, remaining asexual and actually potentially living forever. And they are pretty small. They only get to 4.5 centimeters, but they're most likely to get eaten to then die of old age, which is incredibly, incredibly cool. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation.